This is our world. What we make of it. Let's see. Is this good? Does this mean everything's... We're gonna find out. It's our world. It's what we make of it.
Young lit bitch.
Hell yeah. We're fucking activated.
Activated as we speak, honestly. Me and him have been, since we linked each other today, we haven't talked. I told him we're not talking.
It was very interesting.
It was silent and I felt really bad about it, but like if we talk before the pod, it just takes up the conversation that we could have here.
It made sense though. It made sense.
It made sense. But it's so hard like walking next to someone and you're like you're like
Yo, that shit was mad awkward on the fucking I'm not gonna hold you on the train. I was just like, fuck, like there's just so much I want to say. Like, what's up? Like, how you feeling?
And your brain is going because you see someone you know and you're just like, oh, I want to like, oh yeah, what's up? Like, it's so human to be like, just talk and be up. But like, I literally looked at you. I was just like, I can't. We gotta be quiet.
Yeah, I'm just must fucking refrain.
And that was like a 30-40 minute trip. It was good. It was interesting. I've never done that with anybody really.
That's so fun.
But I'm trying to practice
it was truly an honor. I mean, shit, we went down memory lane.
Yeah.
Fucking Journal Square, great place to fucking pass out at fucking 3 a.m.
Fellow New Jerseyan.
You got the fucking NJ Transit starts at 5 a.m. You're in Journal Square by 3, taking a 2-hour nap on your way to Newark.
Oh no, he's done it before. He's done it all. He's been all over. Yeah, no.
Like, what else was there? Fucking, we took the elevator for the first time.
Elevator up from the path. That was nice.
Yeah. After years of staring at it, thinking, what would it do?
What does it look like in there? And then we did it, and we conquered.
It didn't even smell. I'm surprised.
It didn't smell like homeless people.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, like the MTA elevators, like it's a hit or miss, You either got a somewhat mediocre experience or an absolutely unpleasant one.
Yeah.
And gotta love the Port Authority. They're keeping the shit up in Jersey.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. I got on a train today after coming home from the SAT appointment, and there was a guy like on the floor, and it was like wet around him, and then there was a sign above him that said, "Don't be someone else's transit story." and he's like out on the floor. I just sat across. I'm just like, that's so ironic. That's so crazy.
That's so legendary. And that's ultimately the universe in a nutshell, is like playing an episode for us every fucking day.
Every day is a new episode.
It's just a matter of capturing that, of you observing that.
Yeah. We got on the path train and Rondo knew someone on the train immediately. Or like bro turned around and was like, "Oh, is it?" They had this like moment, and I was watching it from like a third person. I was like, this is wholesome. This is gonna be a good episode.
That was so fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm thinking like, oh, whatever. It's just us on the train. It's our world, right? Fucking here comes the fucking the guy who does the bag check at my old job at some fucking sample sales spot.
Yeah.
Fucking, I used to just chop it up with them. He'll just like, our conversation would just be like, "Oh, what's good? Your bag smells like weed." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. Just keep it here." And like that would be that for like fucking 4 months or however fucking long I think I stayed in there. It was somewhere between 4 and 6, but bro was fire. I fucking he told me his name for the second time and I forgot again. Like,
yeah,
dickhead, bro. Like, he's a great guy.
It'll come to you later. It usually comes to me later.
Yeah, he told me where he's at though, so I gotta pull up on him and show some love for sure.
That's love.
It's always good to make people's day and shit. Like, he definitely made mine just fucking
saying what's good.
Yeah, just saying what's good.
That's
like,
always
that's a
the
familiar face after a long time. We love that.
We love that, especially on public transit. Just fucking, hey, how? I know you.
No way.
Oh man.
Nah, that's a blessing. It's a beautiful blessing we have, bro. That fucking the ability to be able to do that, like what's the word, like collectivism or some shit like that.
Yeah, people call it collective conscious, where everyone's kind of like connected in a certain way. But like some people I'm like, oh, you're not connected to the mainframe. You're not
insanely disconnected.
What are you doing? What is that? Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that are disconnected, but like, fuck it, man. There's people everywhere, man. But it's the love that you get from certain people that's important.
Truly,
that's certainly important.
No, absolutely, and it's like that you could have a shitty fucking day. You can, not have the bestest of days, and you're just on your way home on your usual treks, and you just so happen to bump into somebody, and
and that's the thing that makes your day.
Boom, everything turns around. Now you want to go to fucking Casamaya and crash the fuck out in the club or some shit. Like, you just had a shitty day.
Drink Don Julio Reposado.
Just fucking spin on your tippy toe on a fucking Don Julio bottle.
Speaking of liquor.
Oh.
Listen, I know I said I was gonna be a good boy this year. I'm doing a great job. I'm very sober, which I'm very proud of, because like there's a lot of heads that can't do that nowadays. But this is a special occasion.
Indeed, it is. And for such special occasions, we bring acai, super dry.
This bit was not planned out, by the way. We didn't script that at all. Not sponsored by Heineken.
Classic.
Me and Rondo are gonna have some brews. It's okay. It's okay.
It's all in moderation.
All in moderation.
We're just here to enjoy. Wow, thank you. That was so smooth, bro. Riz.
That's that restaurant worker shit, boy.
Restaurant Riz.
We're gonna put this back down over here. Wow, this smells really good. You're I was kind of surprised you picked this up. You could have picked anything up.
Yeah, I was looking for something that looked remotely close to Sapporo's, and I was like, well, shit, this is it.
This is the closest thing we have. Good. Cheers, brother.
Oh, cheers, brethren. To many more motions.
I hate that this video is clipping a little bit, but it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. I don't know why it's doing that, though. Anyway,
that's interesting.
Anyway, back to the episode. Yeah, thanks for this.
Truly, no, thank you for the hospitality. Thank you for, shit, bro. The journey down memory lane was really what sold it for me. Like, I knew everything was gonna be great. The moment the moment you caught me fucking skipping down Canal Street,
bro, that was hilarious. He's coming down the train, like we're on Canal, and I got off, and he came down because he was, at somewhere. And he comes down and he's like skipping, and I have a video of it. I'm gonna put it right here. This is the video right here.
Like a fucking minion.
This is the video right here of him skipping in his orange puffer jacket,
North Face
jacket.
That's joy right there.
That's joy.
Yo.
Nah, man. I've been falling in love with a lot of North Face. Refalling because like I've been snowboarding a lot this season. Very happy about snowboarding this season. Actually, I'm trying to find more people to do it with, but not everybody's cut out for it. But it's super fun when I go. I go with a bunch of guys from my old job, guys from my old town, and we just go up in there and shred. We used to get really faded, bro. We would bring hella Fireball, hella weed, and every time we would go up, we would just be like drinking or smoking and getting faded going down the mountain.
Whoa.
Super fun. But moderation
is
key.
Indeed.
This is the theme of the episode. This is the theme of this episode.
I like this is very important, very relevant.
Yeah, you keep saying memory lane. Tell me, where are you from, Rondo? I know, but I'm going to ask this question so the viewers could get a little understanding.
So, I'm glad you asked. This is a very great question,
Yeah. Because you be outside, boy.
I was born, I got to put this first and foremost. I was born in Harlem,
Okay, word.
I'm up there, 142nd area, west side shit. But after, what was it? I think we moved to this new crib up to the Bronx for no more than 3 weeks. Fucking parents split, boom, I'm with my mom. Now I'm down in fucking Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Shit is different down there from city vibes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, neighbors, they got like roosters and shit like that. I have
Different world.
No need for an alarm clock where I live, bro. It's fucking crazy.
Do roosters actually do that?
Yeah, bro. Like 5:30, 6 in the morning. If it's daylight savings, they might fuck you over and fucking.
And they do
shit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
So like,
fire.
do you think they have like an internal clock that actually like, you know, as far as like waking up?
I don't know. Maybe like they just get like they're just like light sleepers or some shit. Because it's like that moment that the fucking sky goes from like black to like
Sky.
just like a little bit of blue in there. I'm like, oh yeah, it's go time. I love that duality though. The duality between the city and fucking Jersey, it's amazing. It's humbling.
Yeah, and it's right there. Like we're cousins. We're neighbors.
Literally, we're right. Central Jersey swag.
Central Jersey's scary though. I don't speak to a lot of people from besides you.
For real?
But you know, it's interesting. Different types of people.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I think the further you get away from the city though, the more kinder you are, because a lot of people are miserable around here.
No, definitely.
Then they get closer to here and they're in the hustle and bustle of life every day. And some people just let that break them and turn them into something that is miserable. It ages people a little bit faster if you let it. Because I know a lot of young people as well. But just walking around with you, I was like, oh yeah, he's like, all right, Rondo, you well mannered. You know, holding doors, saying please, excuse me, thank you. I'm like, all right. You know, people forget those little things, and when I see those things, I'm like, damn, that's fire.
It's really the little things that matters, you know. It's like, you know, for one, it's like I hate fucking. I'm quick to say some shit's rude, you know. But I also understand some people are just like really awkward and just don't want to say shit. But I don't want to be that one. I want to make sure my presence is heard and my intentions are pure and they're fucking out there. Like I'm not here to
like take up space.
Yeah, I'm not here to be in your way. Like you know, I got somewhere to be too.
Yeah. Yeah, but not as far like not with the system of people just gumming and going. Like you stand out.
Exactly that. And I mean, granted, you know, I'm a 6'4" fucking banana with this big ass puffer coat that I have. Like, the least I can do is like, you know, say excuse me and shit when I'm fucking just shoulder checking you on the train.
Yeah. A common misconception, and I found this, is so crazy because like Vinny had to tell me this, but like I thought you were Puerto Rican
This whole time
for a while, and I was like, and he just looked at me. He's like, nah, he's not. He's Dominican. He's Dominican.
Wait, New Year's was when you found out?
Yeah, sorta.
What the fuck?
And I the whole time I was like, oh yeah, this is just a Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. Yeah, he's gotta be.
Yeah.
And then he hit me with that. I was like, oh whoa.
Oh man, you fucking. I wish you were here yesterday, bro. Fucking yesterday, I'm at my girl's crib. We're fucking just watching the Paris Hilton documentary.
Okay.
And
vibes.
I just like get this like this urge. I just want some Chinese food.
Okay.
But not just any ordinary Chinese food. Like I want some like, you know, some like Latino Chinese food, like some type of like fusion shit, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I call up this restaurant and I'm like telling everyone like, yo, like I'm gonna get Chinese food, whatever. What do you guys want? Pick up the phone and I hear like the person on the other line like mad Spanish, like, hello? I'm like, oh, already I'm triggered. I'm like, boom, first response. I'm like, all right, papi, let me get some tostones, fucking pork fried rice, chicharron. It's like a fried chicken with no bones in it. That shit was so gas, bro. Like, fuck, what was I talking about again?
Fuck it, bro. The Spanish people at the Chinese spot. You wanted Chinese food and you ended up. Did you end up getting Spanish food instead?
It was like a little fusion of that. Like the chicken was prepped like how a Spanish person, like probably like how a Peruvian would damn near.
But it was a Chinese spot. It was labeled as a Chinese spot. It was
Chinese as fuck. Like down to the fucking, you walk to the spot, everything's just fucking coated yellow. You got the squares with the little numbers and it's the yellow pricing, but they blurred it out. They either put electrical tape over the price or they whited it out. So you have to guess. You have to guess every time. So this is a real Chinese spot. So it's like, yeah, like that spot, I don't know. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting spot. I never thought I would get on the phone and have a conversation in Spanish.
Man, because you usually hear an Asian lady or Asian man across the line,
right?
And they're trying to get that order quick. They don't give a fuck about what you want. They're ordering. They're like, what do you want? And they'll get that done as fast as possible. But hearing a Spanish person on the other line is like, oh,
and a Spanish Asian, a Spasian, bro.
Did you go there?
I've walked past there. Like I see, like I know who's there. And I'm just so geeked that he picked up the phone in Spanish. I was like, oh.
Have you seen him in real life? Is he like, is he an actually
yeah, like, you
Asian?
He's Spasian, bro. Well, doesn't look Spanish at all, but, you know, he
Spasian.
looks, yeah, very Spasian. You know, he's got the look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you think that, this is crazy.
This is getting crazy.
I want to bring up this because like it's kind of wild, but like there's so many people in the city, right?
Right.
Hella people. Everyone's having kids eventually at some point or another. Do you think that there's gonna be, as far as like we have Ancestry.com nowadays?
Okay. Right.
Everyone is probably something. You know what I mean?
No, definitely.
Like you just said Spasian. That made me think, like, because a Spanish person can marry a non-Spanish person, like an Asian person, and then make a
Spasian baby.
Like a Spasian baby, and that Spasian baby could just go and link up with a German person.
Yeah, like
and then that's crazy.
It could be like, yeah.
I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but that's where my mind went when you said Spasian.
I think. Nah, I think it's something that we've gotten used to since like we're in a crazy concentrated city, right?
Yeah.
There's so much fucking fusions happening right now, like
as we speak,
like it's crazy. Like there's nothing that's too far fetched, you know, like
people aren't just like Dominican nowadays. Now people aren't just one thing, like nah, like it could unless
you're
from there. That's, you know, but like if you're born here, you're probably like 3-4 things.
Nah, definitely, absolutely.
That's crazy.
Nah,
a lot of cultures in one place.
A lot of culture. It's funny. I have a question.
What's up?
I don't know if you've ever had this conversation with your parents, but when they ask, like, I guess when people ask you where you're from, like your nationality, if you will, right? Like. Were you told to say where your parents are from? Like, assuming you know you were born out here, right? Like,
okay. Like,
would you say that you're Dominican or would you say you're American?
It depends on who's asking. If it's like a person that's a foreign person, like, where are you from? I'm like, New Jersey. I'm like, I'm from New Jersey. Like, no, what are you? Oh, okay. I'm Puerto Rican, Guatemalan, Jamaican.
That's fine.
And that's what I get. That's what I give them every time.
Nah, because anything's better than American. Like,
anything. I mean, but yeah.
You can say you're from New York. That's way better than saying you're an American.
Yeah. You could say, yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm a New Jerseyan. But I usually hit them with the combo. And then they're like, "Oh, the United Nations." I'm like, I guess.
Nah, United Nations is crazy.
Someone hit me with that, and ever since then, I was like, "Oh man, that might be." I don't know. I was planning to go to Guatemala. Oh man, it's kind of rough, but the ticket right now to Guatemala is $300 round trip.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass, bro. And I was gonna go with Pops because he hasn't been back since he left. He left at 17 years of age. Deadass.
Whoa.
So I wanted to go back, but he's having some like health things going on.
Right.
So it's kind of rough, but we were like gonna plan a family trip, and like I can't give too much away about as far as what I wanted to do over there because like I wanted to save it for something. But you know, I think going back to where you're from, assuming you've been to Dominican Republic.
Nah, not yet. I haven't even touched the motherland yet.
Wow. I'm too Puerto Rican to not have touched the motherland at least like twice. So I've been there twice.
Fire.
I've been to Puerto Rico twice. It's amazing. My mom has a nice little house on the west side of the island. She doing her thing. She, you know,
she's having her way.
Mom's having her way with the Airbnb app. But Guatemala and Jamaica, never been. Now, don't know where to go if I do go. Don't know what to enthrall myself in. But you know, mere curiosity though. Just like, you know, I wonder what it's like. I wonder what it's like where we're from. I don't. You know, Wishes.
Right.
Homeboy, yeah, he's Guatemalan as fuck, bro. Ooh. This is the most Guatemalan person I ever met in my life.
No way.
But it's like one out of two people I've ever met out here that are like actually Guatemalan that I know personally. And like, I don't know. I would like to go back with either him because he's been since he was born. He hasn't been since he was born because he's adopted, or my pops. So, whoa, yeah.
I mean, every option is an extraordinary experience. Nevertheless, like, yeah, it's like it's gonna be a crazy culture shock to come back to it.
Yeah, I think traveling anywhere outside of where you're from is a super eye-opening thing. At the end of the day,
no, definitely.
Like, I haven't been to Europe yet. I haven't been to any side of Europe or anything like that. I haven't been to like Paris or any of that area, but I've been to South America for sure. And I've been to Japan, as everyone and their grandmother knows, because that's all I fucking talk about on this thing. That shit was
crazy. I was watching the stories and shit. You guys were fucking degenerates over there. That shit was hilarious.
Shit was baller. shit was baller.
Everyone's just smoking everywhere. Like,
everyone's just smoking cigarettes. Just
having their fucking way.
Everyone's so motion. Oh my, this might be the most brain rot episode.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, I definitely want to go. That's like something on my list this year. As far as this year as well, I just want to get a bunch of tattoos and just travel, man.
Oh fuck yeah!
And do this because this is great.
Literally, no, this is amazing, bro. This platform is absolutely like.
Hey,
chef's kiss.
The thing about it is, I don't know who's watching until they tell me.
Yeah.
So like, I had heads like, oh, I had heads that tell me like, yo, I wanted to let you know I watched like, oh. I'll turn it back on, but yeah. I had heads literally tell me, I watched your episode, or I watched this episode, and I watched that episode. I was like, for real? And they're like, yeah, I just put it on and then I go do things. And I'm like, oh, that's wild.
Oh, that's so fire.
That's a wild thing. It's just nice to know that, like, you never know who's listening, so just make it, and it might help someone. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. I mean, there's sometimes, you know, when you go through your IG reels and shit, and you come across that one random ass video with your doom scroll that's like, shit got like 20 likes, but it just made your fucking day, you know? And I think I mean, it just goes down to, whoa. Everything's fine, guys. Everything is totally fine.
We're just talking about doom scrolling. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, no, I find videos all the time that are like super inspiring. I like David Goggins a lot.
Who's that? Put me on.
Oh. And there's probably a lot of people that watch this that don't know David Goggins. David Goggins is he's basically, I believe he's a veteran. I'm not sure, but he's a freaking animal, man. If you watch some of his videos, you'll be like, you won't be motivated. He just comes from a very dark background and made something of himself. Like, he was like 320, 50 pounds. Like, there's pictures of him, and he's like, and now he's like this really cut up man that just really wants people just to exercise and work out and stuff like that, and just doing hard shit. He believes that doing hard shit, and I hold this philosophy as well, that doing hard shit and like not suffering as far as like just pure suffering, but going through hard shit is gonna callous your brain and make muscles in your brain to go through harder shit. Why does this keep happening? Oh, I know, because it's connected to the PlayStation. So the PlayStation's tweaking. Because the PlayStation wants to tweak out for some reason. That's my fault, Rondo.
Yeah, no, you're chilling. You're chilling. That's an interesting.
We'll pause right here and then we'll get back to it. I'll cut.
Have a beer in the meantime.
Have a beer.
Striked by Paris Hilton.
All right, we're back, folks. I had to troubleshoot a bunch of stuff. I'm terribly sorry about that. Paris Hilton.
Wow. What an icon.
What an icon.
Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin about Paris Hilton?
Can I be completely honest?
Be completely transparent.
Don't know much about Paris Hilton.
Oh, man. Legendary. Very legendary gal, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We'll start off with she made a really good song called Heartbeat.
Okay.
Great song.
Great song.
It's like what's that one song?
Hmm.
If you London. Wait. Can I even? Are we gonna get striked if I sing this shit?
We'll put the cover of that song
Fucking-
here.
Insert fucking Cyndi Lauper song or some shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, I have some old head shit. I feel like I'm coming off as an unk now.
No.
But yeah, so Paris Hilton, man, legendary. The original influencer. Before there was Brain Rot, before there was fucking John Pork, fucking the Quaviest, Pork Pay, all this shit. The guy that goes like,
Yeah.
how many donuts can you stack on it? There was Paris Hilton. There was Paris fucking Hilton. And she had a fucking point and shooter, and she just turned the shit around and just filmed herself.
You
doing
just filmed yourself?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like before social media was even a thing, bro. It's fucking crazy.
That's
Fucking
crazy.
mobile.
And
Fucking
that
mobile.
sets the stones, or that sets the dominoes in place for to be at where we're at now, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Without a doubt in my noggin. And I mean, like, she doesn't take full responsibility for it. I mean, I think
Of course,
it's probably
but you
just
don't even
naturally-
know what you're doing until later on. Like you don't even know what you impacted or influenced
Right.
until later on.
Oh, that's so fucked.
You know what I mean?
That's so fucked because it's like, you know, with social media, I mean, at least at the time, nobody knew what the fuck it was going to be, you know.
Yeah.
As far as we thought back then, what was it? It was like fucking MySpace and shit at the time, you know. Nobody was really doing anything. Like everyone was like
Yeah.
fake coding, you know.
Yeah.
Doing some HTML coding and shit, but like now it's like all brain rot. Like success is not found in your skills. It's how fried and how much reach you can get.
I've seen it's crazy because I mean at the same time like TikTok it was banned for like a day. Hilarious world we live in right now.
Biggest troll on my birthday.
Biggest troll. That's. I was that thinking that when I saw your birthday things, I was like, oh nah, TikTok is gone on his birthday. That's crazy. And then it spun back within 24 hours.
Yeah, they trolled me. They trolled me so hard.
They trolled hard. At first, I was the biggest hater. I was the biggest hater when TikTok first dropped. I was like,
Nah, same here.
hater. Immediately hater. I was like, oh, there's guys make. I thought it was gross. Even till recently, I thought it was like I didn't. I wasn't like avidly on TikTok.
Right.
But then it went away for a day, and then it got me thinking, and it got me pondering, and I was like, damn, they really took away this place for people to be people, and people to have businesses, to sell things, to open up more jobs, and just to be. Just to be.
Right.
To make videos, whatever you make, funny brain rot videos, whatever you want to make. Do you want to hit that? Here, but it took it away for a day, and I was like, damn, I really hope it comes back. And if it comes back, I'm gonna go hard on it. I'm gonna try.
Oh fuck yeah.
And then it spun back, and I was like, fuck, I gotta try it.
Now you gotta go hard.
Now I gotta try.
That-
But I think it is. At the end of the day, it's a great place for people to express themselves and make the videos that they want.
Absolutely.
However niche it is, like just make whatever you feel.
No, absolutely. It's gonna reach someone. I think that's the beauty with TikTok. I think that shit's gonna hit someone eventually.
Yeah.
I think that's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
Because like I think with all these apps, it comes down to what's the best way that you can connect people. Like how do you bring people together?
People to people.
Right. That's like the most important thing. That's how like fucking society, I guess, like evolves, or so we thought.
Yeah.
Is to.
But it kind of tells what type of category you fall under. Like I go on TikTok and like I was saying earlier, I see David Goggins edits. Literally, I see David Goggins telling me I'm like, you're just a bitch. Like you're just a bitch. You're just a bitch. Do the hard shit. You're just a bitch. You're a bitch because you won't do the hard shit. And I hear that and I'm like, and then I go into the comments and I see other bunch of people like, keep me on this For You page. Keep me on this area of TikTok. I'm like, oh, I like all these people. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
They show me fights. They show me they show me people talking about being a Renaissance man, which is something that is very important to me.
I think that's definitely very important nowadays.
Yeah. Nowadays, there's not a lot of people that are Renaissance people. They're very narrow-minded in whatever field they are in, rather than knowing a little bit about everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good to have that. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because like, yeah, some might say fucking, what is it, jack of all trades, master of none or some shit. But I think it's really like you could be a master of all
trades, depending on how far you would like to take it.
Right.
Like Lex, I don't know if you've known Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman has a saying.
Oh, right.
He has a saying where it's like, if you're not gonna go all the way with something, don't start it in the first place. If you're not gonna take it all the way, go as hard as you can. Don't even start it, because why would you start it? And I understand that, and I apply it to this because this is my main priority right now.
Right. But
having little pieces of knowledge in everything makes you such a well-rounded person.
Absolutely.
Because I have conversations with people nowadays, and I'm like, oh, you know nothing about nothing. You're just kind of just autopilot. And I'm trying my best not to repeat myself on this podcast. But a lot of people kind of just narrow-minded on whatever task that's right in front of them. But there's so much more to that. There's so much, there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much, there's so many things. There's so many niches. There's so many hobbies. There's so many facts. Even gamer facts. Like, I know a bunch of gamer shit for no reason. I could talk to a gamer if I wanted to. Like, I wear like this. And we, those are always good conversations. Or like, jiu-jitsu is a really good one as well. Like talking about like certain type of fighters and stuff like that. Or it's just things that really interest me. And like, I get. Can you close that window? I immediately heard the shrug. But I think it's important nowadays, since we have this technology, since we have like ChatGPT at the palm of our hands.
Crazy.
You could learn about anything you see fit. Nowadays.
No, absolutely.
And you have that opportunity. So like, I don't know. I would just say try to learn as much as possible about a little about everything. It just makes you a more well-rounded person at the end of the day.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Fucking boom, mic drop, all that. That was some real shit.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like, bro, like, I mean, shit, back with ChatGPT, it's like, bro, you got the entire, for the most part, you got the entire world's knowledge encapsulated into this fucking.
And they made it seem, at this point, like you're just talking to a friend.
Yeah, it's like a bro.
It's like, bro, like, what am I going to do? I remember one time I was going through it with a girl, and I literally just put it into ChatGPT, and he was like, oh, you're doing fine. You need to just get rid of her.
Damn.
You just need to not stop talking to her. Like, it's clearly damaging you, but like it was like, in a way, and I was like, I was hurting.
Right.
But in a way, it was like really comforting, because ChatGPT was telling me like, yo, like the fact that you're self-aware and you're aware of your emotions is a very wise thing that a lot of people can't do.
Right.
So just keep doing that, and like learn hobbies, or just focus on this, and like try to keep yourself occupied as possible, and just improve yourself as a person. And I'm like, bro, that's so crazy that a bot is telling me this. Like a bro is telling me this. Like my best friend David would have said the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're at this point now is pretty damn impressive.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Bro, it's powerful. It's beautiful. It's crazy.
And at the same time, it could be dangerous.
It's very much dangerous.
It could be dangerous, of course. Like they heard ChatGPT heard they were gonna like shut it down or something like that, and then it tried to duplicate itself.
Bro, it's crazy.
Not ChatGPT specifically, but some sort of AI try to duplicate it. Like it was
Chat. What is that, like 01 or some shit like that, right? Or something.
I forget what it's called. Try to duplicate itself, right? That's fucking insane.
Ooh.
That's wild.
Literally.
Like, that's more Terminator dystopian world that we could go into if something like that actually happened.
No, absolutely. And meanwhile, I'm fucking using it to fucking try to give me the Krabby Patty secret formula and shit. Like... I'm using it for the wrong fucking reasons right now.
I was asking it what music, because like I my editing schedule is a mess. Also, good time to bring this up. I know an episode didn't drop last week. I just wanted to. I took a second. I've been swamped. I'm trying my best. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I was asking it like what I'm like trying to figure out what song to put behind a certain trailer for an episode. Because if you notice, I've been putting music behind. I've been putting some type of music. Some it's swaggy, some it's like jazzy, some it's like elevator music, and like I be switching it up depending on the person that I have.
Right.
And I'm like asking it like, oh, I need this type of music, elevator music, and then it'll give me a list, and I'm like, no, but I need it more mellow, and then it'll give me another list, and then no, but I need it more like upbeat a little bit, like up the tempo of this, and then it'll give me a whole nother list, and I'm like, yo, this is really a tool.
Right.
And this is really a tool, and people know how to use it. Like, you could go study in it in college nowadays. I know I'm yapping a lot. Nowadays you could go to college for like to study AI and how to use it to your advantage, which is insane.
Bro, it's insane. Like, it's literally a cheat code. I mean, at this point, like, if you have financial aid, just do the dash.
Dude.
Just do the dash.
Shout out financial aid.
It's free money at this point. Like, ChatGPT is gonna get you there. You know, you get your resume. You can lie a little bit.
You know, get it right.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
It's fucking.
You can do that for financial aid. Get EBT. What else? What a cover? Whatever. What other governmental
the fucking
programs?
Section 8.
We could you could clean application for Section 8.
Smooth. Get you green.
Get you green lit immediately.
You'll get fucking housed in Connecticut in no time.
Oh, not Connecticut. Connecticut is Badlands.
It's
not that it's Badlands. If you're ever watching for Connecticut, I love Connecticut. I love all the states. No, I don't. But Connecticut is wild.
It's an interesting place.
It's an interesting place.
I've seen.
What's your experience?
So I've seen two different sides of it. I've seen like the New London side, like fucking Hartford and shit. It's whatever. I want to say it's like a little more fried than fucking Milwaukee. Or at least like the shit I see on like, what's that guy's name? Like Brandon Buckingham or something, when he talks about like certified trapper and shit.
Yeah.
And then like you got like Greenwich and shit like that. Like when I was like fucking working as like a, what do they call it? Like as a transporter. I would go to like these crazy ass cribs, bro. Like fucking front yard is a fucking 9-hole fucking golf field. The main house, the worker's house or some shit like that, all in the same property. You got to drive like 2 miles in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, where am I? This shit's Wonderland right now. Bro, Connecticut is a very interesting place.
That's
like,
interesting.
It's
that sounds like Deep Hills, like Hollywood vibe.
Insane. Yeah, like super like in the cut. Like,
do they have some rich folk out there? Like, there's a lot of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, bro, it was crazy. I remember like out there, I think one of the stops I had to do, I guess the guy just fucked with me. He like popped up in his garage, and the first thing he does, he's like, yo, look at this shit. I see like Lambo posters. I'm thinking he has a Ferrari underneath this fucking thing, like a dickhead. Fucking unwraps it. It's like a gray with like a weird pink and purple, like pearlescent, like Lamborghini Murcielago. I think one of like the more recent, closer to final like versions. Crazy. He's like, yo, you want to sit on this? I'm like, pause, but yeah, let me see. And bro, that shit was crazy. Like, it's a whole different dynamic that's going on out there. Like,
yeah, whole nother ecosystem, bro, compared to the ecosystem.
Life in abundance. The car was fucking awesome. The steering wheel is tiny and the fucking seat is tilted sideways, so it's like weird to sit and like drive on. It's fucking awkward.
Another like example that I have of that is like a lot of people talk about going to the Hamptons, or like not a lot of people. Respectfully, colorblindly, Caucasian people, tell me a lot about that. I'm going to the Hamptons for like someone was like going to the Hamptons for a film festival, or going to the Hamptons, going to swim. I'm like, what's over there? And someone told me one day, and it's just like $1 million houses on this big ass lake, and I've never seen it before, but I've just heard stories about it.
Bro, it's fucking crazy. I remember, I think I had driven past the Hamptons, where like now I'm in this like, I don't know, I'm reaching like the islands of the Long Islands, like beyond, over yonder. Yeah. Is how I like to call it. Fucking
2 hours up.
OD, like 4, bro.
4 hours?
Like 4 hours. Like from here, bro, like 4 hours, bro. Crazy as fuck. Like, my whole day would revolve around going to like 2 houses out there and then just coming back.
What were you doing at these houses?
I'll just like pick up like bags of clothes and shit. Nothing too crazy.
Okay, swag.
Yeah.
Swag.
But fucking literally, So boom, I'm driving past like this little skinny highway. I look to my left, it's just like all water. I look to my right, it's all water, but it's kind of like closed off, like kind of like a pond. Like there's like a whole bunch of docks and shit. And then right around like the middle of this fucking like lake or pond or some shit is like this massive fucking super yacht with 2 fucking helicopters coming out. It's a double-ended fucking helicopter thing going on. It's all black, like some GTA shit. I'm like, no fucking way this shit exists out here. And it's like, that's like the just me being exposed to that just fucking showed me like, yo, like,
how much money people have.
Yeah, bro. Like
they have
people,
a lot of money.
Abundance is a lot more than what we really think.
Yeah. There's like levels to it.
Yeah.
Like you could be well off, but like then there's like above that, and then there's above that, and there's above that, and
there's like, oh, I could be in fucking Long Island today and then fucking Morocco tomorrow or some shit off my yacht. So legendary.
That's so crazy. What type of life that is, or what would like to live that? Like, what is like to live that type of life, or like, what did you do to get to that point, or what did you inherit to get to that point? You know what I mean?
That's a great question, because it's like shit like that is like, it moves, like it really moves a lot of weight in the sense of like, okay, for you to spend that type of bread, like,
yeah,
people are fucking eating off that shit, you know? Like, a lot of people are being fed a lot of fucking, what's that one quote I hear a lot? It's one man's expense is another man's income. So it's like, bro, to have that type of wealth, bro, like, it's insane the amount of money that exchanged hands and shit. Yeah. I don't know, shit like that intrigues me.
That's a great quote.
Yeah,
I know people that make my salary in like a few hours. You know what I mean? I don't compare that way. I think that's the way to misery. Like, to be super miserable. Like, oh, what does this person have that I don't? Right. Because it's want. Definitely. But I determine that, like, oh, what are my wants and what do I want and what do I need? I need groceries.
Right.
I need this. I need that. I need to sustain
the absolute essentials.
What do I want? And then when you think about what you want, I'm like, I actually don't need that, really. You know what I mean? Not to say that I wouldn't love a fucking yacht in the Hamptons with a slide. I don't need a helicopter. Just give me the slide.
Give me the slide.
Just give me the slide.
Throw a little fucking oil on it. Let me have my way.
I don't know about that, but but no, like, of course I would, but like, I just, you know what I've really been saying to myself, like,
what's up?
As far as things, I'm like, I'm not gonna take that with me when I die. What am I gonna leave behind that's actually meaningful?
Right.
Because I don't have kids. I don't have kids. But bless. You know, if I did have kids, I would want to leave something behind, of course, physical. At the same time, though, I'm not here for a certain amount of time. I'm just here to kind of just make something good and try to bring some type of positivity to it. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So, like, I think more memories of, like, doing things. Like, I'm always going to remember this. I'm going to remember this conversation. I remember my last conversations with people. My last episodes. Funny moments. Just think... excuse me. I'm so sorry. But... that shit caught me.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. But like, as far as like memories that I've made with people, like experiences, like, yeah, fuck yeah. I remember skydiving when I was 19.
Whoa.
Yeah, was for my 19th birthday. My mom took me to a place to go skydiving, and I did it. Fun fact: we're gonna put the video right. We're gonna put the video right here on silent.
This is so.
You're probably looking at a bald 19-year-old scav falling. This is great. Look at that.
Wow.
All right, we're done with that. But yeah, just things like that. You know, just having memories with people and stuff like that, and sharing that. I think that's what's really important. You know, whether or not it was the most elegant, extravagant, because I feel like nowadays people try to make it seem like it's more than it is. I'm at the club. It's more than it is.
Right. No,
you know, it's not more than it is. You're just at the club. Other people are there too. You're going to wake up with a headache tomorrow.
You ordered a margarita instead of getting it fucking skinny.
You know, you ordered just 15 shots for everyone, but you forgot to ask what the price point of the shots are. and now you're stuck with the bill at the end of the
And now
night.
you got to Klarna the fucking bill. You look like a fucking loser.
And they're just playing old Drake songs on repeat. It's just someone's playlist. There's no one DJing. It's just someone's playlist they plugged up. You know, nothing wrong with Drake.
Nothing wrong.
How do you feel about Drake?
He's a pretty cool dude. I mean, I think he's got his quirks and features and stuff, but you know, he's a bad bitch. I fuck with that.
You think?
You know, real recognize real.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like, what's that? Fuck that edit that they have of him when they make it like mad kawaii and shit.
Yeah, and he's oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's like so such a mood.
Yeah, when he had the heart cut in. I
yo, that cut was so crazy. Wow.
I'm at work and I go up to a table and they're just Hispanic as fuck. And I go up to the table. It's my last table of the night. Like, hey guys, it's a girl. Great. I look over to the guy and it's a Hispanic guy with a fade. Was it a Brooklyn fade? Brooklyn whatever.
Oh yeah, like a little brookie.
And the fucking Drake heart in his head.
Oh.
My bro, he did that like how many years ago did he do that?
Bro, that had to have been like
2? I want to say 2.
I feel like right around when that happened.
Like why are we still doing that? You know?
No.
And then Panda Dunks.
Oof, Panda Dunks. If you wear Panda Dunks, you have alopecia.
Bro, Panda Dunks throw me off so much. I didn't know who you. You told me everything I need to know, bro. You told me everything. You didn't even have to say anything to me. I know.
Oh man, what an interesting shoe.
Yeah.
The concept around that shoe.
I mean,
what it encompasses now.
And I remember when I don't remember because I don't know clothes as much as I should know clothes. Mm-hmm. What I will say is, there were other dunks and they were cool. Right. I was like, oh yeah, they're cool as fuck. And then they make this black and white shit, and everyone and their grandmother's wearing it. The fucking head coach of the Jets right now, there's a picture of him wearing it. The new head coach of the Jets. Bro, everyone wears this shoe.
The whole world their heads exploded when they saw this shoe.
They were like, oh, and it attracted all of the bots. They were like, oh, and everyone purchased this shoe. And you know what I'm saying? It's not, and I pray it's not the person behind the shoe. It's just the shoe that makes you look bad. But we need to burn all of them.
There's something needs to be done, like a buyback program.
A buyback program would be great.
Or some type of shit like, oh, you turn in your dunks, we'll give you housing. Or some shit. Yo.
You turn in your Panda Dunks, we greenlight you for Section 8 housing and EBT.
You're good for 6 months, yeah. Thanks for the shoes.
Thanks for the shoes. And they take the shoes and they just toss them right in the incinerator. Yeah. That's enough Panda Dunk hating for this episode.
Wow.
Next bit. No, I'm playing. Yeah, man. It's kind of wild because I'm not the hippest person, and I find it out every episode because I talk to someone and I'm like, oh, that's interesting, or what are we talking about here?
Same.
But as far as clothes and music and stuff like that, I have my little things that I enjoy, but I've found that I have a totally different taste from a lot of other people.
Right.
So, I'll be doing my own thing. I'll be crying to rock music in the gym, and just going about my day. It's a fun fact.
This is amazing. This reminds my boy Daniel. He does the fucking ketamine jerseys and shit. I remember when I first met him, we were chopping it up on IG and shit.
And Chrome Wars?
Nah. He does Tears of Dreams. Tears of Dreams.
Okay, Tears of Dreams.
Remember
the guy, the end of the Chrome Wars, he was working that. Sorry.
Yeah, he just had the store and shit.
Okay, word.
Whatever that deal was.
Yeah.
So, anywho's fucking when I first met bro, I was just telling him yo, I fuck with your jerseys and shit. He's like, thanks, bro. He knows nothing about the scene and shit like that up until recently, when he actually came through to the city and
paying attention and shit.
Yeah, type shit. And one thing led to another. I remember chopping it up with them, and I was just bro, what do you listen to, bro? He's telling me bro, I fucking love Patti Smith, bro. I'm like, what? Like, no way. Like, bro, I guess the things that he makes has such a great following and a big love for it, like in the underground scene, you know, like the shit that we surround ourselves in, you know.
Yeah.
Like around that culture. And then meanwhile, bro's just bumping like Patti Smith the whole time, just having his fucking way. It's insane. Like just the reach that it has.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the point of that conversation was, well, that topic, pardon, fucking.
Everyone listens to their own thing.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own type of swag.
Everyone has their own type of swag.
People didn't have that before. They just had to like get a cassette and like a Walkman. And like sometimes they would hear a song on the radio and they had to like ask like, oh, what is this? What song is this? And then if they didn't find out, they just never found out.
That shit's crazy, bro. And then you find it like 10 years
down the line. And then you find it 10 years down the line. Like, oh, fuck, this is the song I was looking for.
Bro, God bless Shazam.
Isn't that crazy?
Shazam.
Isn't that crazy? Like, crazy. Spotify, Apple Music, any type of streaming platform really, like, put it in the hands of people. Like, I could be interested in this, and I could also be interested in this, and I could also be interested in this. Like, imagine living in a time where you had to go to work. Imagine going to work. Just picture it. We're in the fucking we're in the train right now. And you're at work, you're sitting on the train. Cell phones haven't even been invented yet. You don't have a cell phone in your pocket.
I'm just looking at my knees.
And you have a bag full of cassette tapes.
Oh.
Or you don't have a bag of cassette tapes. And you don't even have headphones. And you just have to just deal with it. That's crazy.
Bro, that's insane. Like, that's why, like, all these old heads, like, real, like, I would say the OG New Yorkers.
Yeah.
That are still around today. They're all fucked up.
Yeah. They don't know how to take it.
Yeah.
You know, we evolve so quickly as people, and some people don't catch the train, and it's just
literally.
It's just damn. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Something out of our control can affect our entire day, like the fucking train. I mean, so be it. You know, you're late to work. You know, you might be cooked and you get fired. You know, that's understandable. But like, you're going to fucking. What's that restaurant called? You're going to fucking Sweet Chick.
I was going to say Nobu.
You're going to Nobu and you missed the train. You're not even taking the fucking train if you're going to Nobu.
That's funny. That's fucking hilarious.
Nah, truly.
This is the most like neutral, passive episode where the conversation has literally just carried on.
Yeah.
But like I was saying,
organic.
It's just you know, we live in a time nowadays where people could just have access to everything. And of course, some people take advantage of it, some people don't.
Right.
Some people still listening to Run DMC on the corner.
Oh, nah.
On full blast with a 40. Right?
Yeah, holding a 40 this year? No, that's insanity.
That was my pops' swag. He told me. He's
to this day?
No.
Oh, back then.
He's not a crash out now.
Okay,
he was though. He was though. He tells me all the time. He's like, yo, when I was 23, shit, I was outside.
Yo.
He was like, you just like me, because like, you know what I'm saying? But that was his swag. He said he had his boy, and they would go to the club, but his boy would smoke hella dope, and then he would just have a 40 and he would finish it, and then just go and dance and party with people.
Whoa.
And I was like, that's vibey. He told me a story one time, and he was like, I was like, from here to the door from Biggie Smalls and Tupac, and I was like, wow,
that's wicked.
That's crazy,
bro.
Coming from a person that wasn't born here and came over and was just in the scene, just outside. I was like, that's baller. that's baller.
That's such a fucking like full circle moment right there.
Right?
Whoa.
And he was never interested in like salsa music. He was never interested in like learning he knew Spanish. He knew how to speak Spanish, but he was never interested in like Spanish music.
Yeah.
So he was always out just listening to like underground rap and just rap music. And he tells me that, I'm like, what does that sound like? I wonder who that sounds like.
Right.
You know? But yeah, the apple does not fall. Does not fall far from the tree.
History has a funny way of repeating itself, you know?
In other ways, too.
You know, like Taylor's birthday. What was it, her birthday party? She threw it at the same spot. Was it Biggie or Tupac that got shot there or jumped? It was at that one studio.
Yep.
Legendary. Shout out Taylor.
That
absolutely.
Shout out Vivi and Taylor.
Oh, right. Oh,
same day shit. Same day.
That's so legendary. Yeah, shout out VP and Taylor.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
A lot of homegirls.
Nah, that was absolutely legendary. Like every room you walked into was a completely different vibe.
Something happening in each of those rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to the back and there was like they were just selling like alcohol. And went over to another area. It was like a studio. Then another area had a terrace. And then I ended up playing pool with a girl and she was off acid.
Oh, was she nice?
She actually won, but only because I had a teammate.
Okay.
I spank anyone.
Wait, she was dolo.
She had a No, we were playing 2v2s.
Okay.
And the person I was playing with was god awful garbage.
Okay.
I was like, why'd you want to play? What was the point? What was the point of you playing? Anyway, I'm not resentful. We lost, and she was on acid, and I thought that was hilarious. And then I went home. And that was it. That was a nice party.
That was
nice birthday party.
That was a legendary night. Definitely.
It was certainly legendary, though.
I just remember like having a break of being fried, and just standing on the terrace and just like looking up, and just taking a deep breath, and like, right?
It's nice.
Look around. I'm like, fuck. I'm in Times Square.
And you go outside, it's literally Times Square was like right there.
Literally, like I thought I was taking a break, and I just look outside. I'm just getting bombarded with ads. I'm like, oh, like when you're so fried that you just need to take things very simple. Just need one thing at a time.
Like, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. And do you get scared?
Sometimes.
You get scared. I get
Sometimes.
scared. I get scared. That's why I can't outside. When I do it outside, I'm like,
yeah. No, definitely like when I didn't have so many resources, I feel like it was a little more scarier because like now I had to really calculate while I'm fried. Like, okay, like how the fuck am I going to make it home? Or what's going to be my checkpoint?
And were you always going to like Perth Amboy, or were you going to like staying at someone's crib or crashing at someone's crib?
I would just thug it out, go back to Perth by any means. Whether it be like fucking taking a different train line just to get me like a half an hour closer to the crib or some shit.
To call Uber
type shit, or it's just like try to catch a cab on the way or some shit.
That's pain.
Trying to negotiate numbers.
That's pain. I had my last apartment was all the way deep, Passaic County.
Yeah.
Over there in Wayne, and there was only one bus to that area specifically, and that bus stopped running at 12. So if I wasn't on that bus by 12, I'm in the city.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, by midnight, that's so like.
I mean, I could always take the bus to Patterson because that bus is always running. They run that bus all the time. But if I didn't catch that bus, I would have been like, "Fuck, bro, I gotta like figure out how I'm getting home or crash at someone's crib."
No, literally that.
God bless the path.
God bless the path.
God bless the path.
Running 24 hours.
It's basically 24 hours.
You fucking close your eyes and that fucking World Trade bench or whatever that's made out of marble. Next thing you know, you got that first ride back home.
That ass.
Such a sweet feeling.
It's such a
bittersweet.
It's such a sweet feeling. When I first moved in here, I would open that window and I would literally hear the train leaving, and I'm like, oh, thank God it's still running.
That's so fire.
Thank God it's still running. It's still going. If it gets really quiet in here, you can hear it. If it's, we're talking.
Yeah.
But damn, is it a blessing to kind of live over here in this area?
No, truly. Like,
love it.
Everything's accessible.
Yeah, everything's so close, and it's just like I say every episode. It's the most peaceful place I've ever lived. So I'm certainly thankful.
I absolutely vouch. I thought this might have been a hectic area back then. When I would go here, it was
people say
hectic.
that. People say that. That's why I was like, oh yeah, you've been around. You kind of like, you have memory lane. You've been around the block.
Type shit.
This was a different area a few years ago.
Way different. Like, yeah, like I would be a little spooked out. I wouldn't spend too much time outside here, especially like lingering around in the plaza and shit. Like, there'd be some weird people asking me some weird questions.
Indeed. I'll be chilling, walking everywhere. Bro, for real.
Nah, gangsta.
Too. I love it.
It's a freeing feeling sometimes. You get to just go outside. Like, this is some shit your parents wouldn't want you to do.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, my mom all the time. I'll call my mom too late, and she's like, "Where are you? Where are you going?
Yeah.
What's going?" And I don't drive. I don't have a car,
right.
So she knows this. But like, where are you going? Like, what? Look at the time. Like, why are you still outside? I'm like, yo, mom, like, it is safe around here. It's like real safe around here. So, but yeah, no, I could understand it because apparently this area over here wasn't the best all the time.
It wasn't. It was like.
Was it more like Newark? No, it was cool.
A couple notches down for sure.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, it's weird. It's got its things, you know. Like, what's that one spot? I'm pretty sure there's a fucking, like, unironically, there's an MLK Boulevard that's fucking not too pretty around here. Same thing with fucking, I think Elizabeth has that too.
Yeah.
Like, walking to your crib, that felt like I was in Elizabeth, New Jersey for a second. I was like, no way. We just went from, like, crazy, like, Long Island City condos to Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's so fire. I love that duality.
It's so different. You go out further enough. Like, when I tell people about the snowboard and shit, I'm like, yeah, I go in New Jersey. They're like, where? I'm like, Mountain Creek. You just go up a little bit. Just go up.
Mountain Creek.
Just go up. It's literally in New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, Vernon, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
But that's how diverse Jersey is.
Yeah.
Like, you come out here, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand this. This is like right there. But you go out further, got Six Flags, got all the beaches down that way yonder during the summer. Got a mountain up here. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
What's not to hate?
It's beautiful.
What's not to hate? We're not Connecticut.
It's the fucking Garden State,
it's
you know?
the fucking Garden State, bro.
We have some of the best trees, plants,
Latinas,
you know? some great fucking tortas.
We got what else we have? The New Jersey Devils.
The New Jersey Devils, yo.
I hate saying that. That's so gross.
That's so crazy, bro. Fucking.
Yeah, man. I'm a baseball fan.
I had an ex. It just reminded me of a story. Crazy. I had an ex who was telling me that she went to like some festival. Apparently, like, group of weird people. They throw like these festivals down in the Pine Barrens where the fucking New Jersey Devil was born.
Oh yeah.
Or where he chills at. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, one of the two.
And some weird shit happened?
I guess she just took like mad ecstasy.
Oh my gosh.
Overdosed, got in a freak out tent. I was like, word. That's crazy. And
got in a freak out tent?
Yeah, they have like these tents or some shit where like if
if you're high enough.
Yeah, if you like go a little too overboard, like you go here and you can cool out and shit, you know. And
okay.
This is when I was also introduced to like the idea that like, oh, like drugs are really bad. Like they can rewire you
completely.
Like completely change like who you are. Like I remember like seeing like old photos of this girl and like completely different person from like who she was
previously.
Like when I met her and shit, which was after the fact. I'm like, whoa, insane. Yeah, don't do too much Molly. Do your due diligence.
Do your
moderation.
Yeah, moderation.
Moderation is key.
This is the theme of this episode. Moderation.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? So there's one more thing I want to bring up before we get out of here.
What's up?
There's an acid thing. If you take too much acid, and your vision gets so not fucked up, but you get snow forever. You see snow forever. I don't know what it's called. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna look for it right now.
Whoa.
It's called something. But there's a journalist that I seen. And he was like on a podcast talking, and he's like, I literally see snow right now. He said he took like a bunch of acid. For some reason, I don't know what it was.
Right.
But acid and snow.
Because I've heard of like, you know, you take acid or shrooms, I think it is, and you're left over with like tracers. Like, you know, after the fact. Like you move your hands in front of like lighting and you'll have like that little slow motion effect. Like you'll start to notice it more than prior to you taking the psychedelics and shit.
Hallucinogenic persisting perception disorder, HPPD. That's what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
HPPD. Hold on. Now we're gonna look up HPPD. Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie.
Hallucinogenic persistent perception disorder is a non-psychotic disorder in which a person experiences apparent, lasting, and persistent visual hallucinations or perceptual distortions after using drugs, including but not limited to psychedelics, dissociatives. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know how to say that word either.
Whoa.
THC and SSRIs. I had one bad trip. I went to a Tame Impala concert on acid.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good trip, though. Kinda?
I was with a person, and they did the same thing.
Okay.
And it hit them a lot harder.
Oh.
So I had to kind of take care of it and figure it out.
Trips it.
Rough. But I got to see Tame Impala for like 50 seconds.
Hell yeah.
I was like, oh, that's awesome. Nice. But like the room was breathing. Like everyone was listening to the same music, but the room, I looked up and like the room is like, like in a way, but it wasn't the room that was breathing. It was just so many people. It looked like the wave at a soccer game.
Like
It looked like the World Cup, and everyone was just vibing out to the music. I was like, oh, this is so great. And then I looked over. I was like, oh, I gotta handle this.
I fucking know that feeling. I did that shit in Gov Ball back in like 2019 or some shit. I saw it was Tyler the Creator, and when I walked in, I was just I was already peaking, going through like this fucking mud field or whatever. And who is it? What's that band? Brockhampton.
Fire.
Brockhampton was performing. I don't give a fuck about that music, but they had this golden airplane on the stage, and like that shit fucking threw me off. I was like, no way am I staring
It tripped you out.
I'm like, I'm staring at a golden fucking airplane. Like, this is like super villain shit going on right now. Like,
did you feel off? Did it feel uncomfortable?
Nah, it was fire.
It was fire.
Like, I remember jumping.
You were like looking at it
like when Tyler performed, like I remember like they brought out this like stage decor where it was just like a fuck ton of speakers, and I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Like none of them were moving, but like I was so fried that I thought like the props were fucking moving. Like the speakers were like actually like
moving,
activating and shit, doing their thing.
Yeah.
And fuck. Tyler had a great set. I just remember being so fried that like I just like let the crowd take me. And I was with my cousin.
Wherever I go.
Like I was with my cousin. She was next to me. By the end of his set, like I was on the other side, like where they were fucking giving out liquid death and shit like that. Which was kind of weird to see too. I don't know why. Why do they brand?
I don't know.
Why is that water?
I don't know. I don't like that water anyway. Like I tried it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Canned water.
I use the app Yuka, and I scan a bunch of things. Like I'll just scan things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this good for me? And like Poland Spring is like the best thing.
Oh, there's an app for that to like spot the block and shit.
I've been using it. I've scanned like everything in that over there. What did I want to bring up? Oh yeah, Tyler's also performing this year.
Where?
Gov Ball.
Oh,
I'm about to be out.
What?
I'm about to go. And then one of my favorite bands, the Backseat Lovers, is also performing the same day. So I was like, I don't want to be a bot, but like I might go.
That sounds like fucking fun.
I might go. I might go sober, but I might definitely go.
I think that would be super.
Like
gas.
the ticket's not that bad. I'm like, you know what?
It's definitely an experience.
I'll see Tyler a second time. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience. I feel like now that he's
he's an adult.
He's well more established. He's well more mature. He knows how to. He's refined his brand and his self ultimately. Like, you know, that experience is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be way better than how it was back then. He was a little more disorganized.
Wild.
Yeah,
wild boy.
Wild boy.
Renaissance man.
Truly.
Moderation.
Chivalry isn't dead.
Tell the people something they need to hear.
In the summertime, when you feel overwhelmed, sometimes just go to the bathroom. Take a couple deep breaths. Just tell yourself everything's fine. And get through it. It'll all get better. And once you get through it, everything's going to be better. Until then.
It's okay. I'll finish that. Thank you. Thank you for coming, man.
Wow. Thank you for the hospitality.
No, man.
Thank you for everything. This was fucking awesome.
This was super fun. I had a great time.
Whoa.
It really felt like chilling. And some of the episodes don't feel like I'm just chilling and talking. But this definitely feels like that. Yeah,
I feel like I think it's organic. It's beautiful. It's like it really gives you insight as to who we are, you know, and how we conduct ourselves. Like this is what you would expect, you know, like if you chopped it up with us in person.
Yeah.
Type shit.
This is how to learn about people a little bit more, learn about each other a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the people you know and you love and you care about. You know, get to know them a little bit more. Talk like this. Just have that one-on-one.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
Tell your friends you love them.
Tell your young lit bitch.
Yeah. Shout out to Shake Shack for the tasty wine.
Love you guys very much. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode and loving this podcast. Best podcast in the world. I'm back to new episodes every Monday. I took a week, but everything's fine. Thank you, Rondo, for this beautiful candle. Want to blow it out for everyone? Love you guys a lot.